I do not think we can talk of a country unless we really talk of a country that guarantees the safety, the security of its citizens, including the visitors to that country. Therefore, security is important. But I also hope that the audience agrees with me that you cannot talk of security in isolation from, say, the whole issue of job security, because a lot of people who are jobless and unemployed are the ones who get the temptation to take up arms at night and do certain things that are out of keeping with the society's norms, and therefore creating insecurity. You talked of hiring two guards. You want to start a job, a business, you have to think of security guards, and that's what comes to your mind if you're doing that in Nairobi, for instance. But you want to be able to work towards a situation where Kenyans will be able eventually, because of the prosperity that will come our way, following the promulgation of our new constitution, opening up democratic space in this country. This is all part of the environment that you are talking about. Free and fair elections, no violence, get rid of corruption, therefore make Kenya a very attractive investment destination. All of that, the sum total of that, is, in my view, the kind of environment you would want to see. But of course, we must also get rid of the red tape, because in our offices, again, you must have had in government, you must have had in the last, during the run-up to the last general election, something they're calling Rapid Results Initiative, RRI, where different ministries were competing. And subsequent to that, we have had performance contracting, where, for instance, how long will it take you to register your company or your business name? Will it take 1 month? Will it take 2 months? Or will it take just under 1 week? And now we've been able to record significant progress in these matters. I'm told now it is possible to register a company within 3 days. Now we've complete new frame. We've revised even the Companies Act. We've got new legislation. We expect that things are going to be able to move faster. Therefore, we cut down on red tape. We provide the economic environment, and I think that young entrepreneurs will be able to fly. We actually, by so doing, giving you some kind of wings to fly. The culture of business, of doing business, of entrepreneurship is already here with us in this country. And I'm so proud that our young people are taking up these challenges through SMEs, for instance. And I think we are given some statistics by Mr. Opio. He says that it is possible to mobilize quite a lot in terms of savings, domestic savings, and to be able to account for what one would call the informal sector when it comes to business. So access to finance and affordable access. Right now, yesterday I thought I saw through some SMS that the interbank rate was at 18%. It is still very high. We will have to work very hard to make credit affordable. Because today I'm not myself a businessman. I wouldn't want to borrow. And you're paying interest at 30%, at that 2%. Even for homeowners, it's a big challenge. We are fortunate that we are not as yet witnessing mass failures of businesses. But I think that going forward, we will, given the opportunity, of course, make sure. And even before the elections, as a government, we are working very hard to bring down interest rates. And so this is why the current debate is so relevant to this forum, at this cafe, so that Kenyans can borrow at rates that they can afford. Because, again, interest rate is a big issue. And again, also, the repayment process must also be one that one can actually relate to without going under. And the matter of security, always collateral is an issue. And land in this country, we all know, the land prices in Nairobi, for instance, at the moment, have been shooting up. And so we do not expect young Kenyans, unless they are given security by the parents, to be able to go and pledge that as security, stamp duty payment, and all that comes with it, depending on the amount of money you're borrowing, it can be prohibitive. And therefore, banks have also been encouraged, and will continue to encourage them, to look at credit worthiness, not in terms of one's ability to produce a title deed, which they may not have in the first place, but one's ability to come up with if you come up with a proposal, a bankable proposal, that is going to generate a sizable income and be able to contribute to the GDP growth of this country, I think that is a way to go. And a lot of banks are doing that. And even smaller credit institutions are cooperative societies. I hope you realize that one of the main drivers of the Kenyan economy today is the cooperative movement in Kenya. In fact, it's so successful that Parliament was able even to give it further impetus by amending the necessary enabling legislation. And we know that the region can also borrow from the Kenyan example in terms of mobilization of domestic savings. I started by talking about FDI, foreign direct investment. But Kenyans themselves and East Africans can also do a lot. We must get into that habit of saving and also investing in this economy. And I know I'm preaching to a lot of people who are already converted. Thank you, Veronica.